Thank you so much for being here with us today. So for my own self, I'm a student and also I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I'm a startup founder and then I have a skincare business. So I feel like those operate under like different users. Like,
ooh. Okay.
I feel like those things operate under different users, although it's like myself, but I feel like it's still like a different user that I have to like embody to execute set tasks. Cause like when I'm doing my like startups, I'm not like the same as like my skincare or the same student.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
I got I'm operating with 3 different accounts.
Yeah.
Literally my newsletter and then product. It's like working with product, because you have beauty, like you know that it may take 3 months to get a sample. And it's like, oh my God. So yeah, there's no way you can be like another person over there because time is just not the same. So I don't know if your question is, do I need to be different people or how do I be different people?
It's more so, do I need to be? Because I really like this operating system for like myself, and I think it can like flow through those different areas. But at the same time, I feel like I have to be like a different user for those categories.
I think you can be yourself like 90% of the way. I think like once you get to those roadblocks or like those points in your creative process where you feel like your confidence may be a bit low because maybe you're waiting on a sample or maybe someone like an investment didn't go through. I'm trying to imagine like what your problems would be or your challenges would be based on each different vertical. But you can be yourself up until that point, but once you get to the challenges, it's like you are gonna have to adopt a different mindset because that's where like the patience and stuff is gonna come in and like the resilience and all of that stuff. Like a lot of, like, and this is no offense to any photographers in here. I know this is a photo studio, but I feel like photography, people assume that it's not that vast because it's like, oh, the camera's right here, it's instant. It's like, I took a picture, I can send you this photo right now. But I think once you get to the business side of it, you do have to adopt a different mindset because it's like, okay, if I want to one day direct a cover of Vogue, I can't take the same thing that I was doing when I was just shooting lifestyle photos on the street. I can't apply that over here because it's a different type of thinking. So I hope that analogy kind of helps you like understand how to be different versions of yourself when life requires it of you. But at the end of the day, the common denominator is you. You're gonna be you regardless. So don't change up who you are just because the business is different. Just tap into different unique parts of yourself when you need to, and then go right back to being you. You're welcome. I like what you said too, the user. See, applied theory. My girl is smart. My girl is smart. Okay, who's next? Oh, hey.
My name is Harper.
Hello, Harper.
Hey, Donye. Okay, so my question is a little similar to hers. Her question triggered mine. I used to make music, and now I have my own Substack and my own collective growing up there. And I also do creative strategy myself, which is how I get paid. The rest are kind of like my persona and my, I guess I'll say, passion project. Okay. But I have a hard time with like the personal account. Like what you said, I have different accounts for each. Mm-hmm. With the personal account, I get anxiety because I feel like I'm always shoving all this different stuff down everybody's throats. Like, here's my newsletter.
Who cares? Shove it. Once I started shoving everything down, I started feeling way lighter because guess what? You're gonna get a picture of me looking hot one day randomly just because I wanted to and it was my birthday. And the next day I'm gonna be in my kitchen cooking, talking about philosophy. Like anybody that wants to follow me, they need to understand that that is what they are going to get. You are curating your life, and there's no way you can curate your life to its full potential if you're factoring in opinions that probably don't even exist. Like I had asked this like 6 months ago, it was during the summer, I had asked my followers, I'm like, do y'all be feeling overwhelmed? Cause I be feeling like I be double dutching, hopscotching here one day, the next. They was like, no, that's why we follow you, girl, because you're not boring and you're doing all these different things. Because guess what? I'm a girl that does a bunch of different things too. So I'm saying all that to say, shove it, but also make sure there's some type of common denominator. So like I said, like I will post a photo of me looking cute or whatever, maybe having like a little club outfit. But my caption is probably going to be something that could go on my Substack. So it's like, yeah, I'm looking cute, but I'm never letting go of the fact that I'm a deep thinker and I'm very philosophical with the way that I look at the world. So try to find like one common denominator or through line that you can put into everything that you put out, so that even if you all the way over here, you still got your foot right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You are great at it.
Thank you. It took a long time. It took a long time. Thank you. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna finish this row and I'm gonna go back. Okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany.
I wanted to kind of piggyback off of her question. I am a therapist. I'm a creative director, and I want to start writing. So when I'm looking at your page, I really loved your page on Instagram. So
thank you.
Maybe bringing it up, but like, when it comes to my creative direction work, do you suggest me having a whole separate page for that, or just posting it on my personal page and like going?
If you can manage, this is the thing. If you can manage 2 accounts, do it. I can't. Like it's too much for me. Like I got other stuff to worry about like that. Like doing 2 accounts, it's just too much. It sounds good right now, but when it's time to upload, you'll be like, oh my God, what account did this go on? So, I mean, you can have like a highlight cover on your page. It's like creative direction work. My friend Shayna, she has that. She is a mom. She's also a stylist, but she also sells hair as well. So she posts a lot of stuff on her stories. And then she will tag it under like what category it is. She actually did it today and then made me be like, you know what? I need to start doing that. It's just one more step, but if you are going to be multifaceted, it is important to make sure that people can know where to find you, know how to get in touch with you, and also know what you want to be known for, because none of those things matter if all they be like, oh, just Tiffany. They can't say, oh, Tiffany, she's a creative director, you know what I mean? Like, so you got to make it easier for people to remember what it is that you do. So I always say too, like, pick one thing that you know is the stickiest. Like right now, the majority of my content is heavily focused on my newsletter and stuff, because I'm looking at the numbers. That's my fastest growing platform. Whenever I post content about that, it does the best. So I am prioritizing that, but I still leave room for other stuff. So I feel like now, going into 2026, people will have a better way to describe me and be like, okay, when it comes to creative wellness, Donye, because that is what the majority of my content, like energy-wise, feels like. So that's just like a personal thing for you. But I feel like even from you doing the steps, like you would be surprised, like looking back at all the ideas that you come up with, you'll start noticing your own patterns and common denominators and things that you're doing, and that'll help give you direction of like how you want to show up online.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi everybody, my name is Sydney, and
Sydney.
hey y'all. Like many of y'all, I am an interdisciplinarian, but today I wore my corporate hat. And my question is, do you have any advice for someone who is trying to transition out of corporate and into entrepreneurship? Specifically, is there anything that you would have done differently when you made your leap?
Okay. One thing I would have done differently is I would have had a revenue plan, not a business plan, a revenue plan, AKA how you gonna get this money by tomorrow, and then the day after that, and then the day after that, and the day after that. You need to know how you're going to make money. It's just as simple as that. Are you going to be running subscriptions? Are you going to be selling products? Are you going to be banking on getting brand partnerships, which I don't think is lucrative, because like I said, I be on net 30, net 45, net 90. So the check may be cute, but by the time it gets to your account, it's like, damn, I'm behind on this. I got to pay this twice, pay this. You know what I mean? So it's like content, I think, should just be a byproduct of just whatever it is that y'all do, but I would never suggest anyone aiming at a dartboard for content and getting paid off of content. It's so many content creators right now, and unless you have a very strong and specific thing that separates you from everyone else, it's going to be really hard for you to get money. So I would think about a product you can sell, or a way to just bring in money. I don't know what it is that you do, but there's so many people I know that are making money from providing services. They have subscriptions. My Substack is monetized. I can't pay my bills with Substack, but it's a little extra change, you know what I mean? Like, I know how I got this. This is another thing that I can make money off of. I have new products coming out next year. I would say, yeah, have a revenue plan. Not a business plan, but a revenue plan. How are you gonna get this money by tomorrow plan? Literally.
Thank you.
Hey, my name is Megan, and thank you for being here again. My question, going back to when you shared about how you started your newsletter, it just being like your personal journal online, basically. How do you go about providing vulnerable and authentic content while not oversharing in order to respect your own boundaries, but also still be impactful and influential?
Oh, that's a really good one. Okay, so, typically, okay, I would say I'm a pretty open book, but the way that I was raised, I'm gonna just give you like a quick little story. So every Christmas, and it's perfect because it's about to be Christmas right now. So every Christmas, like if I got a nice gift, my aunt used to be like if say it was a nice sweater, I couldn't wear it to school until like February or like late January. It's like, you don't want everybody to know what you got. And it was like, oh my gosh, like why can't I be happy for my nice sweater? So I grew up in an environment like that. So I feel like I naturally have just a sharper level of just discernment, because I know that not everybody is going to be happy for you, not everybody's going to be proud of you, but that's also why I do a lot of my vulnerable stuff on my Substack. Like anybody that follows my Substack and also follows me on Instagram, y'all know that I am not shouting at the rooftops, go read this post, go read this post, go read this post, because I know that a lot of people on Instagram don't care about me at that level. So it's like I would never feed something to someone that does not have an appetite for that. So that is kind of how I measure where I show up as myself as, and you know, like I feel like as a woman, going back to that intuition thing, you know when too much is too much. Like if you look at, like if you would cringe at yourself and be like, girl, why the hell am I writing this? Why am I saying this? Don't post it. Don't post it. Like you can be your own like compass and have your own scale of yourself of like what's too much and what's comfortable. But sometimes like being vulnerable is very empowering. Like it's so many times I've wrote, and sometimes you don't gotta be vulnerable publicly. Like you know how many drafts I got saved on my Substack? Some shit you just do for you. You don't gotta do it for other people. And I think that's another reason why I feel like this day and age is just so weird, because I be seeing people really crying on the internet. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the only way that y'all think y'all gonna get engagement? But then it's like when you do that, now you got your people addicted to that type of emotion from you. So now that you posted that you crying and you having a bad day or whatever at that level, it's not saying that you cannot have bad days. It's not saying that you cannot go through stuff. But the way that you put it out, I say like everything, all it is just taste in class. Like if you got taste in class, you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Taste, class, and shame. You will be okay. But bring back shame. Hashtag bring back shame. But some stuff don't gotta be for everybody. And you can post stuff when you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? But I don't think vulnerability is the only way to get success. Welcome. Corporate marketing girl.
Okay. So
What's your name again?
Autumn. Oh yeah.
Autumn. Okay. Hey, Autumn.
Hey. Okay. So what are some mistakes do you see people make when they're building a personal brand while also trying to build like a business brand, and they're trying to keep the two separate?
Just trying too hard. It's a line that Kanye West say that when you try hard, that's when you die hard. And it's the difference between trying hard and giving something effort. Effort is respected. When someone puts effort into something, like you can tell when somebody put effort into their appearance. Like, you know what, you actually gave a fuck how you walked out the house today. I can respect it. But when certain people just try too hard, it's like, okay, you wanted attention and I'm not about to give it to you because that's what you wanted. And you know what I mean? It's like, I feel like that is what I see people doing wrong. Like, it's nothing, and we're getting into a space too where it's like, I can tell when somebody is just not being them. You know what I mean? Like, you see, it's like intuition thing. It's it's not how it looks, it's how it feels. It's like, wow, you're really doing a lot, or like, wow, you're really not being yourself. So I think that's the biggest thing that I see when people are like building a personal brand. You know what? It's like one of my biggest pet peeves just with personal branding right now. Everybody making shit into a series. It's like, oh my gosh. Like, and I used to be this person. I used to have a series because I feel like that was the only way I could organize my content. But stuff is just going to be a series without you having to say it. I feel like once I see, and I'm sorry if anybody that got a series right now. I'm sorry. If you got a series right now, I'm not shaming you. I'm not, keep going with your series. Keep going. What I'm saying, it's just know that there's people like me on the other side of the screen when I see, welcome back to, I'm like, because what if I ain't see the first one? What if I'm just seeing the third one? I'm gonna feel like, damn. And I think that's why I don't really be watching TV like that, because I get overwhelmed. I feel like it's episodes I missed. I'd be like, damn, now I gotta go all the way back to catch up because I don't know what's going on. So that's like, that had nothing to do with the question, but I feel like a lot of people be trying to do a series to say, hey, I'm starting a brand. It's just do it. Just do it. Like, a lot of people don't announce stuff, they just do it. They just do it. So that's what I see a lot of people doing wrong. They just announcing what it is that they're doing instead of just doing it. Just making content just to make content. Literally, so I don't know if that answered it.
No, yeah, it really did.
I don't want y'all to think I'm mean. I'm sorry.
No, because you ain't with the series.
I'm sorry, y'all.
I was thinking about like starting a series, but like, but you just
no, you can start it in your head to organize it. And I'm not saying, and look, I may start a series 3-4 months from now when my spirit is different. But as of right now, welcome back. And maybe you know what it is? It's Vlogmas. That's what it is. That's what's got me like, oh my God, I'm over it. It's because the Vlogmas. And I'm like, this is supposed to be for YouTubers. How did it get over on Instagram? I don't want to see this. Okay, sorry. Okay. Next question, I'm sorry.
Hey, my name is Tu. I didn't say that the last time. My question is, I guess it's kind of like an advice question or just perspective question. I'm a control freak by nature. Like, I'm not a go with the flow person. Like, I need to own the flow, manage the flow, know every single aspect of the flow, or it's not going to work. In this season of my life, I've been transitioning in a way that I've never had before, and it's caused me to have to go with the flow. Whether it be personal relationships, they're changing a lot. What I thought I'd be doing with my life, what I planned to do, like,
how old are you?
I'm turning 29 next week, so I'm going into the last year of my 20s.
Okay, I'm 31. I feel you. My 29 was a little hectic.
I feel like it's ghetto in advance. I'm like, am I being hazed? I don't understand.
You are being hazed, because guess what? Once you get to 30 and 31, it's like you don't have time to worry about anybody really, but I'm not gonna say but yourself, but you, in order to get the things that you want out of life, you have to up that selfish knob, like halfway, because what you're experiencing right now is like, it ain't nothing like trying to control some shit and then you end up controlling it and it still don't work out the way you thought it would. That's when you be like, why am I controlling all of this? The only thing that you should be controlling like that is the stuff that you absolutely have 100% control over, which is yourself. So this is kind of like prepping you, and this kind of goes back to my answer, because you was the control freak trying to just expand on all these ideas. I'm like, no, you got to set your own finish line, be okay with things being at 85%, because if you are a control freak, your 85% is someone's 110. So that is the advice that I would give you, and don't let that prevent you from making progress in your creative career.
Okay.
And learn how to delegate more and just turn the control freak into just being an amazing leader. Just being an amazing leader who delegates and helps people grow.
It's like I always thought I was a good leader until I had to tell somebody exactly what I needed to be done and the way for it to be done exactly how I would do it. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'm not that great of a leader, because I'm like, I'll just do it, don't worry about it. I got it. Yeah,
no, you gotta delegate. You know what has helped me delegate way better? ChatGPT. ChatGPT, because ChatGPT gonna give you exactly what you ask it for. So, and life is the same way. Whatever you ask for, you're gonna get that back. So maybe you need to change your delivery, how you asking for stuff. Because if you ain't getting back what you putting out, then maybe there's something wrong with the way that you asking for it.
Hey, I'm Big Joe. How you doing?
Hey, Big Joe.
I was gonna say, could you just touch on the difference between like deeming what's a good opportunity and like learning how to monetize, or like, you know, taking an opportunity that's not paid versus, all right, I need to get paid. Can you like just shine light on that?
Okay, so you have to know where you want to go. Like right now, I am prioritizing opportunities that are going to kind of give me the crown of the creative wellness woman, queen, whatever. So this is an opportunity that I was like, you know what? I am going to do this. This is a little bit out of my norm. Like I normally don't like travel this way or like do a lot of things, but I fuck with Cam. I fuck with what he's doing. It's very rare that you see places like this for creatives of color. And I'm up here doing what it is that I love that is really unique and I can't really show on Instagram. So anything that allows me to do that, it's gonna be a yes. Things that are just, and it's stuff that has been paid that I've turned down because I'm like, this ain't doing nothing. It's actually gonna put me back, because if I gotta do this and I gotta post it, it's gonna affect the way that I'm being perceived right now, and that's not how I wanna be perceived right now. So if you don't have a North Star for yourself of what you wanna do and what you wanna be known for and who you wanna be, then you're never gonna make the right decision. So figure out what you wanna be known for and what you really want to attack for real, and then use that as your compass to determine if you're going to take an opportunity or not.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi.
I'm Chisam, and my question is, how do you know which direction to go in when you have so many different gifts?
The one that you feel like God gave to you. Like, you ever open a gift and you be like, this person know me. This gift may not be the most expensive or the shiniest gift, but whoever gave me this gift, they know me in just a really unique way. You have a gift inside of you that feels like that. That is the gift that you should be focusing on, because it's gonna be like nobody else on the highway. You know what I mean? So don't focus on the gift that's the shiniest. Focus on the gift that feels like, wow, this person really knows me. Like, this is sentimental. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hi. Yes.
Hi. My name is Donye. I'm just crazy enough.
Oh, our names rhyme. Hi, nice to meet you. Hey, twin.
My last name is also Taylor.
You're my cousin.
I've been juggling multiple things this semester. I'm in college. I've also had an internship with my first like corporate big girl job, and I've also been trying to kind of like grow creatively as well. And I feel like I've reached like the point where I'm past crash out. I'm like at burnout. So I was kind of curious about like, how do you kind of come back from when you're feeling burnt out? Like, what is your system then that you have in place to kind of come back to yourself?
I just need a layup. Like, you know, like you need to put a point on the board. For me, like I did that. I go for like the lowest hanging fruit that I can do for me that's gonna get me back into my creative bag. So it would be up to you to determine like what that looks like. Maybe it's putting together, like maybe you had an idea in your head for a long time, but it's just been that idea. Maybe you taking an hour to just put together like the bare bones of that, like on Canva or PowerPoint or Google Slides, to be like, okay, what is the mission? You would be surprised how like doing stuff for yourself creatively just recharges you and it brings you back to yourself. Because you're feeling burnt out because you're doing all of this stuff, but it ain't for you. You just doing it for everybody else. I mean, you are doing it for you, it just don't feel like that right now. Everything always adds up, but right now, it just don't feel like that. So you gotta do something that is just like an easy layup that you can visibly see. All right, I just put 2 points on the board. And it don't gotta be a 3-pointer, it don't gotta be from all, it could be a layup, something right there, just right there. So that's what I would do.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ariel, and to piggyback off of Simon's question, to figure out what the lowest hanging fruit is for you, in the sense of content, what would you say would be that lowest hanging fruit for you to get back into content from a burnout?
Going back to something that you know is like fail-proof, something that you know is gonna work. So, and this is why I say all the time, it's good to experiment and just do shit and throw shit at the wall, because if you don't do that, then you're not gonna have any data to see what has worked. So when I'm feeling, I actually just did this. I feel like I kind of strayed away from like my newsletter and posting my like educational content. And it was this video of me making pizza. I made that pizza like 2 months ago. But I was like really inspired by something that I learned recently about like, oh, I actually don't have to be great at everything in order to be considered good. I just need to be great at the things that I'm really good at. So I used that as like a voiceover, and then like that's what helped me write my newsletter, and it helped me get back into my groove, because I know when I pair like lifestyle stuff with educational stuff and I like make it like an applied theory, my audience loves it. It's been tried and true and it's been proven. So that's what I always do. Like whenever I need something from the content side, I just look back at what's worked before and see how I can remix it. Okay, it's the last question. Hey.
Yeah, I'm young, but I'm old school, so I like to stand up. So I'm Draylin, I'm a art director. My question is similar to hers, and I'm 29. I'm turning 29 next week too. So happy birthday! Yeah, Christmas Day.
My Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Oh my God, happy birthday!
So my question, I want to take her question a little bit further. So I feel like I'm in a good spot in terms of like my opportunities. However, I'm on a project right now, and the guy who gave me the opportunity, he's like, you need to build a team, right, to get this together. So delegation, I feel like I got that down, but vetting actual creatives that I know is gonna get the job done well is is my burning question to you. So when you're doing like your creative direction and things like that, how do you make sure that the people that you're working with, they're all in and they're gonna do a good job?
You could tell a lot about someone by how fast they respond to an email and how well they write an email and the questions that they ask. This is something that, like, the further you go up the ladder, you're gonna have to get so good at, and this is that intuition, I'm telling y'all. You gotta get to a point where like, you can look at someone and have a conversation with them and be like, you know what, it's a 90% chance they're gonna kill it. The team that I have right now, and it's so crazy, I only have one person on my team that I pay, and that is my assistant. I have 4 interns working for me right now, and I'm saying working because those girls are working. Like, I have one graphic designer that is doing all of my packaging. She lives in the UK, but she's trying to get her citizenship. But in exchange for that internship, I'm actually offering, I would say like more so like mentorship in a way. There's a lot of people that she wants to work for here in the US. I'm connecting them to her like every single week via Zoom call. I'm sharing her portfolio, but it's easy for me to do that because her work is actually good. But with all of my interns, I kind of put them through a internship process. So I had them do like an application, and then I gave them like a specific project. And it was something that could have taken maybe like 15 to 20 minutes, but I could tell a lot by their effort and how good they were at listening, taking direction, being on time, because deadlines are really important when you're working with a creative team, because everything flows into one. Like if she does not deliver my package design on time, then my overall product is going to be late getting to me because the warehouse is waiting for the package design. So think about like some type of application process that you can put these people through to be able to answer these questions like, all right, can you adhere to a deadline on time? Because if you ask that in like an interview, everybody going to click yeah, ain't nobody going to say no, I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like everybody is going to assume the best of themselves. But the only way you're really going to know is if you kind of put them to the test. And there's a lot of creatives out here that are eager for work that they can take pride in. There's a lot of creatives that are just doing work just to do it, just to pay the bills. But niggas want cool shit on their portfolio. So if you're doing some cool stuff, let that be your leverage and use that to find, and honestly, it may be some people in here like going to events like this. I found my assistant, well actually she found me. I was at an event like this, but I was in the audience and she was, actually no, this is really just God, because she was walking by the window, she tapped on the window, was like, I follow you. And I was like, oh my gosh, hey, but she was so, how do I say, she was just so thorough. Like she DM'd me, hey, that was me in the window. I would love to work for you. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means. I'm horrible at delegating. The next day she emailed me again, hey, just follow me up on this. Let me know what type of help do you need. It was around my birthday. I didn't respond. The next DM from her, she was like, hey, I made a Notion template of everything that I think that you may need help with. And from there, I was like, oh, she's different. She's different. I set up a Zoom call and literally like within like a week and a half, I ain't have the money, but I found it. I was like, okay, I just need to make more money because I need to hire this girl, because if I hire this girl, she's gonna make me more money because now I can do more. So it's like when you see people that just have this like level of brilliance to them, you know when you see it. You know when you see it, and you just have to like act on it. But you can tell. You can just tell. But don't be afraid. You have to just get out there. Yeah. Post something tomorrow. I'm looking for it, and be specific. Yeah. I'm looking for this person to do this. Set up what that application is going to look like. It could be like Google Forms, but you're going to have to be specific with what it is that you're asking for. And if you ask for specifics, that's what you'll get back.
That was amazing, amazing. Another round of applause for DonYé. Thank you so much for doing this. That was amazing. I know I got a lot out of it. I hope you all did too. Show of hands if you learned something today.
Oh my God, yay. Thank you guys.
That's what we're aiming for. That's amazing. So before we break, I do want to do some housekeeping stuff. First of all, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Reebok. Reebok is behind powering this. Yeah, we got some kicks. I also want to thank 246 Collective. They actually connected us with Reebok and did an amazing job of just supporting and seeing value in what it is we're doing. We also have a special gift for you guys. I know you all might be hungry. We took over your dinner time. But Glide Pizza in the back has been gracious enough to sponsor some pizzas. Let's give it up for Glide. If you don't know where Glide is at, I know my staff knows where Glide is at because y'all eat there every day. If you don't know where Glide is at, you go out this back door right here, or sometimes the front door, you go up that hill, it's a pizza shop right there. It's the best pizza in Atlanta. And tonight you're gonna guys get to try it. But Glide, thank you again so much for sponsoring the food here. So y'all get some dinner tonight. Thank you to my team, Simone, Shelly, the whole Kirk Studios team, Prom on the video. I wanna thank you all, because it doesn't mean nothing if y'all don't show up and take advantage of these opportunities. So a round of applause for yourselves as well.
And I want to say shout out to the people that came by themselves too. That's not easy to do. And I feel like it's little things like that that really show up in your careers and your success over time. Sometimes you're just gonna have to go alone, and stuff like this is great. So thank y'all for supporting me and supporting us, supporting this space. Like he said, wait, I think it was Simone?
Shelly.
Sorry, I'm new here, clearly. If y'all don't book the space, they can't keep doing stuff like this. So tell your friends to utilize this space, come here, support the community events. This is such a great turnout, and it just goes to show to like other potential speakers that come here that there's value in what it is that we are doing. So make sure you all share, tag Kirk Studios. You can tag me if you like, but yes. Thank you all so much.